going, bro, we hopped up on that bus. It's Chill, Hight and Rogi, glad you came to whip with us. Got no GPS or telling what we gon' discuss. Shout out Thompson Farms, they got the melons and the nuts. We like a trampoline. Yeah,
good morning and welcome to another episode of the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are brought to you by Premier Properties of Dublin. We're your first source for mediocre sports coverage. Glad you're with us today. My name's Chill. Cam's not with us today. He's out of town, so let's bring in the Big and the Ugly. He's a UGA graduate and a die-hard dog. He's the only person I know that can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. He's ugly as Putin in church. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the pride of Buddy Johnson Road, Adam Hight Hightower. What's up, Hight?
Hey, not bad, bro. Hey, I'm on.
Okay.
Glad to be here.
Putin church.
Sitting across from him, he's a Seminole for life. Got a gullet that can store food for days at a time. Diaper needs changing regularly. He's got a tick-like slice and napkins for hands. Ladies and gentlemen, he's big, he's sloppy, he's Big Raji.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up, man? How y'all doing this morning?
Hey, bud.
What you doing, Hight?
Just finishing up my March Madness bracket.
The one we were supposed to work on yesterday, but he's locked in.
I did research last night, though.
I bet you did.
I really did.
Well, boys, I'm trying to manufacture some energy this morning. Boy, I've been up since 2:15.
That sounds terrible.
It was not fun, so I'm out today after this. But I got to go home.
Why is that even sitting?
Now AC, literally got in our bed last night and was like a heat lamp. Like it felt like when her knee touched me, it was like I was getting branded in my back. And so we checked her temperature, 101.6. So I'm gonna keep her home. But you know what? The bus don't stop. The bus don't stop. It keeps rolling.
I kind of wish one of my kids were sick. I could stay home.
It ain't too late.
I don't ever want to wish my kids sick.
Nothing major.
Just them crying and not feeling good, but Hight's at home, so.
Normally, when your kids get sick, you give them a little bit of Motrin. They're good, running around.
Yeah, but then if you do that, then they're like running around. I need them to sleep if I'm going to be home.
So
you don't have to work, really.
A little NyQuil.
Yeah.
That's
NyQuil, Benadryl. Like one of my buddies says all the time, at dinner time, you give them macaroni with a side of melatonin. There you go.
So for those of you wondering briefly about Hight's intro, I added to his intro a little bit about the mouthwash ordeal, and we were just in his room.
That's an ordeal now.
Yeah. We were in
a debacle, some
room the other day.
It's completely manufactured, but go ahead.
So Hight likes to rinse his mouth out at the end of the day during fourth block. The funk's built.
Well, he'll do that during the day too. No.
Oh, he'll mix in.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to be courteous.
So how many a day you think?
Between every class period.
That's not true.
Wow. Is that just because you like the taste, or is it just the breath will get
it's common
corroded that quickly?
Common courtesy to my students and fellow teachers here at West Orange High School.
But we noticed the other day he chugged the bottle of mouthwash and then the bottle no longer smelled like mouthwash; it smelled like funk. So, shout out to Hight for that.
He just did that in my can too.
He did get a sip of that can. Roger's a threat to put a sponsor on here too. Get that can facing the camera every week, a different can. So, who's that? Much love. Pronounce that.
Alana New or something.
There you go. Okay. All right. So this weekend, fellas, we're coming off the Dudley Little League Opening Day. For those of you not from around here, that's just a little league right here in a little town called Dudley. Big deal every year.
Biggest day probably in the history of Lawrence County.
Some would say.
Many have said.
So
people. You
two were there. I didn't make it. Give me a recap on the opening day.
I feel like
shout out to Jason Locke.
It was a great run day. I would say the highlight for me, this just really goes to the volunteers and the people that just run Dudley Little League. But how many times have you ever seen a guy that's a state champion walking around, with that big old ring on his finger?
Yeah, he did.
Definitely.
I got pictures. I took a picture with him.
Yeah, he did. Throughout the first pitch, could not have worse form, by somebody. But anyways.
Well, he's old.
Yeah, he is. I think him and Edward's about the same age.
Who are we talking about again?
Just let me get there.
Okay.
Just shut up for a second.
Dude's dialed in on his bracket right here still. You know how he is. So
now Earl Roberts is where? I thought they were in the
thought they
tournament.
were in the tournament.
I thought that. Man, I see that now. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're getting ready to leave, and there's a big porta potty. Everybody's probably been in there dropping mondos
Now,
all
when you
day.
say big, like bigger than standard size, or just
Yeah, it's like a double one. And, yeah,
luxury?
yeah. It might even have some AC in there. I don't know. Might have that box fan like I had in his room, Buddy Johnson. But anyways, Thompson's just in there. Shout out to him. People in there making a mess, and Thompson's in there. Elbow could be considered shoulder deep from the angle you're looking at. Barehanded with that ring on, just unwinding that toilet in there.
Just cleaning it out.
Just cleaning it out.
What a guy.
What a guy, man.
That's why they got the melons and the nuts over there at Thompson.
That's right. That's why he's a state champion. It was impressive.
He's one of the good ones.
He is. I think from what I saw, he put Clorox on the top of his ring, and he just got everything out. And that thing came out shining. Toilet flush. It was. Couldn't have worked out better for him.
Shout out MT. Hi, what's your takeaway from Little League? Is everything smooth sailing over there?
What a day! What a time to be in Lawrence County. And if your kid's not playing Dudley Little League and they're the eligible age, you're missing out. And even if you don't have a kid, you could have been there.
Opening day still the place to be.
Yep, you specifically you could have been there to see it.
Our boy White Curry ended up showing up. He just walked around just hanging out.
WC.
And man, people are staying there. Like we had 2 games, a parade, team pictures, but people are staying there all day, just hanging out. Kids could run around, playing, not worried about anything. They're all fenced in pretty much, and just good stuff.
Small town USA.
Man, gosh, what a time to be alive.
Do you understand
I
something?
saw somebody made a post about how it was like Norman Rockwell painting was like. That's kind of what that represented. And there were some life lessons learned that day. There was
Who taught some in Pacific?
Yeah, who specifically?
just one of the elder statesmen of Lawrence County, just Eddie Floyd III. That'd be Junebug's daddy. Just imparting wisdom. Son, let me tell you something. And just learning a few things here and there. So it's good to always put your learning cap on, when the Floyd's are around. So it's good times.
Is there something to be learned from every Floyd?
Oh yeah. And they each have their little, nuggets of wisdom to pass on. So
What would you say Hayward's is? Eddie Hayward the fourth.
Hard work's not
he's no stranger to hard work. So
Right.
I would say if he had to hang his cap on anything, it's how hard he works.
nothing given to him.
He did raise cattle from the time he was 6, and has built an empire now out there on Mayberry. So
Will they clean up a pond? Has ever been known to ever clean a pond up?
now a pond did turn over once we were coaching football. And now, if you're asking me, do I know specifically what a pond turning over is? I've never heard it until I met Eddie Hayward Floyd IV. But
Obviously a big deal.
yeah, dude left football practice, ran out of there, threw over his shoulder, said, "Pond turned over, me and Daddy go clean the fish up." So I'm guessing something to do with the oxygen or something in the pond, and fish are floating belly up on the pond, and something like that. But anyway, I really don't know how we got down the rabbit hole, but here we are.
Raji took us there.
That's on me. I apologize.
So in the sports world, TPC, the Players Championship was this weekend. I know Raji, not a huge golf fan, but Scotty Scheffler takes over number 1 again.
Dude, smooth swing, humble guy. Man, I don't know. And if you've seen any of the episode of Full Swing where he's just like, I'm just reading my Bible, just doing my thing, and God's gonna take care of me, and whatever happens, and I'm not really worried about him. I'm just gonna work hard and try to prepare and play the best I can. You root for that guy.
It's working out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks just got it all.
Some folks got it all.
I saw where he said that afterwards he was probably going home because his grandma was there and she probably had some desserts or something at home. Just a everyday guy. So
he's from Texas, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she was at the thing, so I guess they probably had some there.
Yeah, Granny done cooked up some treats and brought them over to Florida from Texas.
Now, $4.25 million payday probably didn't hurt.
Yeah, but he's just gonna be same old guy.
So
I don't know him personally, but I'm just guessing.
He's just humble, most humble.
Most humble.
Piggybacking off of that, we've got
Picky or piggy?
Did I say piggy?
You did. I
Like
think you went picky.
He did pick picky.
Piggybacking off
You
of
went
that,
picky.
Well, if
Oink,
we're picking something to discuss, so there you go.
the Bus Masters. Just a sneak preview. Will be coming sometime the week of the Masters.
We're workshopping the name there.
Man, what a production day yesterday when it comes to that.
Yes,
man.
it was.
Wheels were rolling. Roger's throwing out some good ideas, which is rare. And
The only person who really,
I always throw out good ideas. You just don't listen.
that's not true. The only person that really let us down was Jay. Once again, let Bus Nation down.
don't even. It gets my blood pressure up. Don't even.
Too early in the morning for that, isn't it?
Too early in the morning. And he's
Speaking of too early in the morning, it's too early in the morning for him.
God.
So we're going to have a great video. We appreciate all the people that viewed our the Bus Combine. We had over 225 views, which was a lot for us, so we're excited. But the Bus Masters is going to be something to behold, so be looking for that. Sometime the week of the Masters, it's going to be something you don't want to miss. All right. Now, as a basketball coach, and Roger's a basketball coach as well, and even for people that aren't basketball fans, March Madness.
You need to say former basketball.
That's true. I am a former basketball coach.
He's still trying to hold on to it, isn't he?
Well, technically, contractually, I got to finish out the year. But March Madness is just it's great TV. There's always upsets. It's just a lot of good things.
Apparently, to Hight, it's not that great because it didn't make his list.
It was.
Oh, that is true.
It's not. It was in my top. It is in my top 10.
But it's a high five.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now that it's been brought to your attention, does it still not crack your top 5?
No, it was always hovering outside the 5. I want to say it was 6 or 7. I couldn't remember if I had Isaiah's at 6 or March Madness at 6. It was one of the two.
The blooming of flowers over March Madness.
Dude,
So before
have you
we
ever been to Amen Corner?
Yeah, I have actually.
Okay, then. You should see it the way I see it. Okay.
It's just a terrible take. I mean, I don't know what you.
I got to agree with him.
Once again, segment titled Hight's High Five.
So, be sure to go follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The link's on there for you to join the Big Ugly Sports March Madness Mania Pool. If you're not sure how to get there, go to our website at www.biguglysportshow.com and join there. Fill out a bracket. That's a show the camera. Roger's got it. For those of you that aren't watching, Roger's got a picture of Hight caught in the moment of bedazzlement.
Is that when I was getting cheated?
I feel like you need to address that.
The punt return?
Yeah.
Pete, you were there when an unbiased viewer came by the room
This is true.
and made the comment.
We'll come back to how to join the bracket.
Yeah, we got a little sidetracked here, but the person is a teacher at West Lawrence High School. She said how much she enjoyed the
She's the one that commented on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. She enjoyed the combine, and for those of you who are listening and not watch, you need to get on YouTube and watch the combine where Roger didn't show up because he knew he was going to get blown out the water. But
some are saying that.
Most are.
You go Mimos and shoulder shrugs, right?
I enjoyed my Sunday. It's better than hanging out with you deems.
Anyway, so she said, well, I noticed that your punts, talking about me, were a lot more difficult to field than Chuck's were. She said it looked like Chuck's were like almost right at him. And I just thought that it carried a lot of weight that an unbiased viewer saw that and made that comment. And he was there to witness it.
Okay. And I'll give her that. And I'll give you that. However, and I know you're taking it to where you had 3 warm-up punts that just wore you down. You had to run like a total of 30 yards, and it just wore you out so bad that just factored into everything else you did. Now, there was one that went to the back of the end zone that you didn't catch, that Daddy caught when we went to the back of the end zone.
Who is Daddy?
Speaking.
Oh, so you're referring to yourself as
in that event, yes.
Diddy.
Now, there was also one that you ran up like 10 yards and looked real goofy and high-fived the ball instead of catching it.
That's not true.
And so
it was more of a low 5.
Low 5. So there's 2 balls that you should have caught. So, I don't really know what else to say. And those are 2 balls that I caught.
Okay. Well, listen, I didn't say that.
You did.
I told you the viewers were saying that. He witnessed the viewer, one of our loyal fans, And she said multiple
Thank you
people.
for your feedback. It's inaccurate feedback.
She said multiple people were saying that.
So now you're putting words in Kristen's mouth. Wow.
Many people.
Okay. Well, maybe you can redeem yourself at the Busmasters.
Yeah, okay. I think maybe so. Who knows?
So be sure to join the bracket. It's $20 to enter. We're going to pay out. We'll determine the payouts once all brackets are finalized. The games start on Thursday. Again, go to Facebook, Instagram, click on the link, join to fill you out a bracket. It's a guessing game for everybody, so it'll be fun, make it a lot more interesting. Now.
It's bad.
I can't help it. All right, so with March Madness comes every year, it seems like a team, an underdog, maybe a 12, 11, a 15, 13 seed or whatever that makes a little bit of a run. So, and I know Hight's digging through right now trying to find one because he didn't do his homework, but I want y'all to tell me. We'll start with you, Raji, because I know he's not. Man, I'm just feeling a little out, man. I know y'all said do it yesterday, but
it's all right now. Y'all doing all that talking, but when I win, I'm going to see how it is.
Hey, you know what? I'm just happy you showed up, Raj.
That's fair. So I want to hear.
I was here last Tuesday.
I want to hear your sleeper picks. Who do you think? And by sleeper, I mean let's just call it win a couple of games, not necessarily a Final Four, but somebody that most people may be counting out. Who do you?
I'm going Memphis as my big sleeper.
Shout out Penny.
They're the 8th seed. I've got them beating FAU in the first round, and then beating Purdue in the second round.
Now, before you go measure it, now you got to put FAU into perspective. Now, the Fighting Blazers from UAB, okay, who we went and watched with one Jelly Walker and a loaded squad, they beat them by 15 in the Conference USA Championship.
Also watched
FAU beat.
They split during the regular season.
I also watched Memphis play Houston the other day, and Houston's been the number one team this year. And
Houston also had a player out.
Well,
okay, I know. I mean,
on that note,
he said, "I don't care."
I have FAU beating Memphis and beating Purdue, losing to Tennessee.
Okay.
And then
now, did UAB factor into that, or you just like your love for for the Blazers?
When I was researching last night, real talk. I was reading it last night, and I thought, man, I kind of like what I'm reading about FAU right here.
So you did your research, just didn't fill out the bracket.
Yes.
I do have another predatory bird of an owl that I got making a big upset. The only team in the state of Georgia to make the tournament, Kennesaw State, pulling a 14-3 upset in the first round over Xavier. Here we are.
Could happen. That coach, 2 years ago, they won one game?
Yep.
That's wild.
Build a program.
State.
Build a program.
So I've got mine I'm going with Iona. Rick Pitino out there, they're continually good. This dude just wins everywhere he goes. And I got Iona winning a couple of rounds. If I pull up my bracket, I can tell you exactly how many.
Have you ever heard when people talk about how Rick Pitino may be a vampire?
I haven't heard.
No, but I would say he's either a vampire or a mob boss.
Yeah. I can't remember was sports. Somebody had an article one time I read about. They were convinced Rick Pitino was a vampire because of how he looks, 2, because you never see there were a bunch of situations that they were able to point to where he's never around in daylight.
You know, he's like one of the only coaches that still personally works his players out one-on-one.
I did not know that.
I think that's pretty impressive.
I've got Iona losing in the Elite 8. I got them dropping to Kansas in the Elite 8, but I've got them making a decent little run right
He's supposed to get the job at St. John's, I think, next year.
I heard that on the radio yesterday. It's an upgrade.
Shout out to Danny Johnson. He was the one that gave that information.
Do it, DJ.
Inside sauce.
Give me the noise.
Yes.
No, the goat noise.
Yeah. All right. And then, Raji, I know you brought this up yesterday, staying in the world of basketball, where North Carolina and Michigan declined invitations to the NIT tournament. You know, they were not invited to the NCAA tournament. What are your thoughts on that? What kind of look is that off just from hearing the news of it?
Crappy. It's prideful.
What's the purpose of that?
Of what?
Of not getting your team more games, not.
I saw where, is it Hubert Davis? Their coach, I saw where North Carolina's coach Hubert Davis said that basically their goals this year were to compete and win a national title, and they fell short of that, and they feel it's best for them to start preparing for next year.
they were
Maybe the senior class is Duke, and they're getting. I don't know.
Thought I took the picture, but I guess I didn't.
But they're the first preseason number 1 team to not make the tournament.
Since like 1986 or something.
Yeah.
But if you're the coach and you're like, okay, well these older guys, they let us down. I'm gonna play in this NIT with my younger guys and see what they can do.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're like. I think it's more pride than anything. Just North Carolina being in a.
And Michigan. I mean, Michigan in there too.
Is Juwan Howard still their coach?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think that's just crappy. They should both played in it.
So before we move on to our next segment, I got one question for you, and I want both of your takes on it. Is Gonzaga, strictly speaking basketball here, are they a blue blood program? When you think of blue bloods, who do you think of? North Carolina, you think of Duke,
Kansas.
You think of Michigan, you think of Kansas. You can even UCLA.
I don't think of Michigan but now my depth of knowledge is shallow here in college basketball.
All right, so
what do all those teams have that I don't think Gonzaga has?
That's definitely an argument. Gonzaga don't have.
Right. Gonzaga doesn't have a championship.
But they've been a runner-up twice, and I saw where
first loser.
They've been. It's been 2005.
You know what Ricky Bobby said?
Or 2007 since they got put out in the first round, and it's been like 2012 since they got put out in the first weekend, which is the first 2 rounds. So, they're continually there.
I would compare Gonzaga to Oregon in college football. They're a team that's always usually there. They're going to be, for the most part, at the top, but they're never, ever going to get the job done.
So not blue blood in your eyes?
Just second tier then.
Mm-hmm.
Not a blue blood.
I defer to Raji's knowledge on this one.
Yeah, I think that's a good comparison, them and Oregon, because they're going to be there, and they're the favorite to win several times, but they just have not. Now, if they get one, does that put them in blue blood status? I think you can make that argument there for sure.
Yeah.
Now they've checked all the boxes because every other box is checked except that one.
Consistency is there.
Definitely there.
I will say Mark Few might be in the game right now, probably the best coach.
I'm surprised. I'm not. He's. Why would you leave? I guess they're paying him. He's winning, but you almost wonder why he hadn't moved up to a blue blood program. So.
All right. That's good.
All right, whatever you're doing, guys, make sure you like, subscribe. There's a button. I'm going to do like they do on TV. It should be like right down here somewhere.
Do like Thin does?
Yeah, it's over here. Hit this button. It may not be there if we didn't do it right.
Thin went here. Yeah,
But mine's over here. Ours is over here.
Okay.
Where I put it in. But it's probably not there. If it's not there, then go subscribe under it. Give us a thumbs up. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, whatever it is, just make sure you like. We appreciate all you guys listening to us. At this time, we're going to take a commercial break. For all of your commercial and residential real estate, as well as property management needs, give Premier Properties of Dublin a call at 478-274-1606. Their customer service is unmatched, and I can personally guarantee that they will work with you to get you the deal that you want. Again, that's Premier Properties at 478-274-1606.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
Are you tired of overpaying for your cable? Do you feel like you're not getting your money's worth? I've got just the solution for you. J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 a month. Visit www.j2streaming.com. Also, shout out Big Peach Car Wash coming across from Walmart here at the end of the summer. You can see their sign there now. Thank you, Kyle Shepard, for the sponsorship. But be sure to visit there once it opens. Blackshear Beverage, appreciate you guys for all you do. If you're down in Cordele area, Highway 280, down by the lake, be sure to go by Blackshear Beverage and pay the Hill family a visit. Now, let's do our drawing for this week. Height, we've got our Brian Subs drawing. We appreciate Brad Meeks and Brian Subs for continuing to donate a sub each week to the lucky winner. I know we're getting people that are texting us talking about how good the sub is, and they're thankful to be able to get it. So, Brian, thank you for that ongoing partnership and doing that. So, we're on Instagram. How many? We got up to 30-plus people, roughly? About 40, close to 40?
Yeah, 37.
All right. So, we're going to randomly generate a number here, and the number is 18. So, let's see as Height. Let's see what kind of sound effects we got as Height.
It's not it.
That's a terrible sound effect.
I got to work on our sound effects on here as we need a drum roll. I'm going to work on a drum roll for next time.
We got right. Oh, that's freestyle? I'm not going to, I don't have that capability to freestyle. Okay, that's better. Rachel Lawson.
Rachel Lawson. Congratulations, Rachel Lawson. You are this week's winner of the Brian sub. So go by Brian's, tell them your name, tell them the Big Ugly Sports Team sent you, and Brad and the gang will hook you up with a free sub. Now, let's move into our next segment.
Yeah, listen up, yeah, it's time for me to talk like birds of a feather. Yeah, the bus is the flock. God, everybody shaking like there's ants up in their pants. Turn up the mic, yeah, it's time for Roger's Rants.
So last week,
That's still my favorite, by the way.
what's that?
That
The Rick Ross?
just that mute that
Yeah,
rap.
that is
You call
really
it.
good.
Oh,
Good enough for a singer.
lemon pepper wings. That is what he says. So last week, I don't know. I'm just still. Yeah. So
The goat coming out of you?
yeah. So last week, I was all about holding yourself accountable, or especially holding your kids accountable for them not playing well. And this week is kind of building
Speaking
off
to the mic
that.
now.
It's kind of building
Okay,
off that. Shut up and let me talk. This is, remember, like you said,
Right.
it's time for me to talk.
You're right.
So we're gonna be quiet. All
I
right.
got ants in my pants.
Yep. So I'm going to give you a definition, and this is it's just a full word. Having or characterized by a certainty, especially an unfounded one, that one is totally correct or morally superior. Does anybody want to guess what?
Say that again now.
Having or characterized by a certainty, especially an unfounded one, that one is totally correct or morally superior.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So
You're asking what the word is?
Yeah, we guess the definition. Or that's
I'm
the
assuming
definition.
That's
know?
what the word is.
I mean, I've got to guess just because it's got some key words that I've heard thrown around a few times before.
Well, yes.
You're self-righteous. Got to be self-righteous.
Yeah, it is self.
That moral superiority or whatever you said there.
Right.
That's kind of what
Yeah,
gave it away.
thinks that person never does anything wrong, likes to make things about themselves,
Yeah.
but then will be the most humble person in the world
In front of other people.
in front of other
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Well, when else can you be humble?
When
When other people aren't around, just to yourself?
Well, I feel like that's when your character shows most, when people aren't watching.
Yeah.
But just the moral superiority of just some people. How they just think that everything they do is right, and
Yes.
and then if you do comment or say something, they take it too personal and want to go. I was talking fine.
Now it's better.
No,
but the viewers.
Actually, that is better.
Okay. I'm not trying to eat the mic, but
Well,
I
we'll go back
understand.
and listen. It sounds way better when you're
Okay.
when you're eating it.
oh, okay. Well, again, it's just self-righteous people. People that just think that they're just
Hate those people.
They do no wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they're
can't
just
stand
terrible.
those people.
Everything is, whenever they come up with it or
Right. Or maybe it's their own idea.
Yeah.
They take things and make it their own idea. I don't know. It's kind of like, in a way where, we decided we were going to start a podcast and it was like about the arguing, and then some people make it about themselves, but then it's not about themselves. It's about everybody else.
My head's spinning right now. I know where y'all are going with it, but my head's spinning.
Someone would even say,
Why don't y'all look at me?
Go ahead.
Include me in the conversation.
well,
If we're going to talk about me, include me.
Is
that right? Is that right?
I need to. Are we on specific examples here, or just in general?
I mean, this is just a generalized
If you got
statement.
anything you feel is on your heart you need to share,
Right.
My heart's
good. See? Self-righteous.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Point in case. Right.
case in point.
Yes.
Point in case two.
Both. Again, you're self-righteous.
To go pro out for you to film that. That's on me. I forgot.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And there was somebody that once mentioned about a scale back.
You did
That-
mention that, yeah.
But you know what?
What happened?
He scaled up forward.
Scaled up forward?
He scaled up.
Scale double? Or what? We're not trying to throw anybody under the bus, per se. But if the shoe fits, somebody on this,
It was just
on this,
really just a coincidence.
it is.
People in general got you riled up, and then that happens to shoot.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It just happens. It just happens to
to
the.
defend
It
himself.
just happens to the poop shoe. I don't know why.
It's unfortunate Cam's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, we never had any issues with Cam with that, but I mean, you know. What do you think, Mike?
But, you know, that kind of leads me into, I'm ready to do my Heights high five.
Are we doing one this week?
Yeah, we're doing one this week.
Okay. It wasn't in the agenda.
It wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You didn't write it down, but we can add, there's always room. We can add it.
Thank you. Yeah. There's some few things that you touched on that I really need to
address?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably skip the high five this week.
We're not, listen, intro or no intro?
Let's hear it. We'll get it going.
Five right here.
Let me get it going. Let me roll it up right here.
5:30 in the morning on the bus we ride. Give me your ears for Heights high five. Woo! Ski-yee!
Gosh.
That one better than the other one? Or you like that?
They're both really good. They have different vibes about them, and there's just different things I enjoy. But anyway, this week's Heights high five.
Can't wait to hear it.
This is so I heard Beth Mowens the other day, and
Oh God, worst commentator ever.
And it got me thinking about the worst traits of sports personalities, like commentators, radio personalities, podcast personalities, maybe, you know, whatever.
I thought there's some collusion going on in
Get it together, Height.
213.
I may need you to read my list. Oh boy.
All right, read my list.
So, do I need to go honorable? I'll wait to do honorable mention at the end.
Yeah.
All right.
So honorable mention is better than the number one?
I mean,
you
no,
work
but
your way up to one.
is that what you do? I'll go honorable mention.
This is your list, though.
It is my
top
list.
five.
It is
That's
my
true.
list. All right, so number 5, people that, when the commentator's real passive, you know, one commentator is trying to speak over the other commentator. The other guy.
Get together, boy.
I'm struggling today.
For those of you that have not caught on yet, the Rogers, Rant, and Heights high five are directed at Chill this morning. That's okay. I'm okay. I could fire back, but Chill's gonna eat it. I need to eat it.
Right.
That's okay. Go ahead.
So anyway, man, I am struggling right here. This, you know, I'm just tickled. All right, so
Go ahead, Tab.
I don't know what that means, but
I'll
anyway.
explain off air.
All right, thank you. Selfish. People that are selfish. Commentators are selfish. Commentators make it about them. You know, like Tony Romo. He likes to make the show about him.
I like Tony.
Of course
You would.
Of course you would.
Yeah, that's a natural correlation there. All right, and then when a sports personality or podcast host, if you will, comes up with terrible trivia questions, that's number 3. Okay, and I'm not trying to say anything.
I ain't trying to say nothing.
But
Well, we can check
that's
that
just-
off.
that's
We
one of
no
the things.
longer make those. Okay.
That was a good fake type right
I
there.
typed something. Not that. I did hit something.
All right, number 2, brown noser.
Whoa, now.
Yes, I knew that.
Whoa, don't even.
Yes.
We got a loyal
Please.
listener to this show now, and Go ahead. Finish. Sorry.
No, I feel like that one needs to rebuttal.
No, this is your
Did you know when I really stepped on the nerve right there? Because he said he was just going to eat it and wear it this morning.
That's why I
And
backed
but-
up.
But
Why are you talking to him? Look at me.
but
If you're going to talk about me, look at me.
no, I was talking to him. That's why I was looking at him. That's how that works in a conversation.
Is that how that works?
Mhm.
My bad, Brad.
And but you know what? I'm proud of you because you normally are a little more passive than that. But
Thank
that's a good step.
I need to be
in
a
that.
tab like you. Go ahead. Number 1.
Blame shifter.
I can't
Blame shifter.
get at that. I'm not going to.
Yeah, and so that's kind of where you were. That's kind of what made me think about this. Whenever you were talking about how he was, you know.
So you didn't have it. Hold on. You didn't have it pre-thought of by writing it down. You just thought of it when he said that.
No, I already had it written down, but it made me think of my list. I wasn't thinking about my Heights high five. I was thinking about how self-righteous some people are,
Oh, okay.
and then it made me think about that because some people are really good at blame shifters.
I am very good at that. I'll give you that.
Anyway,
It's pretty good.
Can we go back to our
What's
rebuttal?
the honorable mention?
bad posture.
Yeah. I also have that.
Can we go?
Shout out to Big Kevin for that.
I think the brown nose needs rebuttal.
Well, I mean, some would say that some at this table, not named me and not named Raji, but some, I'm not
I
saying
don't think
who,
anybody's named me at this table.
not named me,
That's fair.
not named Chill and not named.
Oh, okay.
Better.
That makes more sense.
That when someone, maybe who holds the highest position in our county as far as the school district
president.
goes. Well, he's not the president of the school system, I guess you would say. One would say, and he's a listener to the show. Some would say that when he steps foot in this building, you are a heat-seeking missile to his hiney, right to his hiney. and that's what some would say. And matter of fact, I got grouped in that when I came into the building the other day and got accused of that. And meanwhile, they said, "Never mind, you were still plugged in." So
if we
come out like that, that's a bad visual. That's a rough visual.
And so here we are back at Blame Shifter.
No, that's just facts.
We've come full circle to Blame Shifter, haven't we, Raj?
Yeah, I feel like we have.
I thought so.
But I'm coming full circle to Fact Stater right there. That's a fact.
That's not circle.
No, that's not.
Well, it is. I can't complete it.
Oh, okay.
Camera included.
Okay.
No.
But it comes back to
Blame Shifter. Yeah.
Okay. Some good traits. I
Anyway.
can't wait. Chill's going to have a high five next week, and I'm gonna lock in on it. I'll come up with it.
No.
Yeah, I'll believe it or not. I'm hosting. I'll do it.
Going back to selfish,
Yes.
right there.
Self-righteous.
Mm-hmm.
But selfish. Like if you, let me ask you this. Again, we're not talking about anybody specifically.
Not even specific.
But if there was three traits,
Nobody named me at least.
right, and it doesn't have to be like 1, 2, 3 in like order.
Clear your throat.
Sorry, I'm getting Super 40s going. What 3 qualities would you say of like would describe me? 3 words describes me, and 3 words that would describe him.
Well,
Just in life, like.
well, both of y'all are funny. So that would,
Oh, thank you, Adam.
yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
I needed that.
Okay.
Is that where it ends?
No, I would say lazy and sloppy and funny. And
Solid.
that's accurate.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yeah,
Which one do you disagree with?
I wouldn't say lazy.
He just don't like it.
Sloppy's fair.
Okay.
Lazy's.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I feel like I do a better job at school than you do.
Well, that's not hard.
Well, that's when you do.
but I mean, there's. Never mind.
It's not even necessarily about work. Didn't he ask me this? And now that I give it to him, he doesn't like it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the sloppy one. I just think that the lazy one's just not fair. Anyways,
What would you
that's
replace it with? Smoke show?
Shredded.
Alpha Lion. Yeah.
Took more to me.
And then Chuck, just
Don't
pot
backtrack.
stir. No, not backtracking. I was trying to figure.
I agree with pot stir. That's
Um,
a lot of times though that ends up being really funny, but
yeah,
I can
there's no doubt.
Okay.
So do his qualities. Even though
Not lazy.
Alpha Lion.
I mean, does he have basketball? Now, does he have basketball uniforms in there that are in there from their last game that yet to be washed?
Well, I haven't been down there, so I mean, we'll get washed. It'll be fine.
I haven't been down there. Like, it's a long way.
It is.
Literally down here now. All right, carry on.
all right.
I got one more.
That's a fair point. About him or
Me, we
Okay.
got yes.
I don't know. The blame shifter or the passive blame shifter, funny, pot stir. Yeah.
4? All right, you got to go one more to him. He said 3.
Keep going. Keep lifting. Keep going.
That's
Keep going.
it. All right, I guess it's my turn. Y'all can go on me now. I guess.
Ooh.
I'm gonna choose not to, Adam.
Hey, you know what?
I'm working.
Kind.
It's kind.
So you got 5. Good for you.
Funny and kind. I'll take those 2.
And the other 3 negatives, but
You
Yeah.
got 3 for him or no?
they're pretty self-exclamatory.
He's coming from my throat because he didn't like one I threw on him.
Exclamatory?
I thought he said, what did you say?
He said exclamatory for sure because he still thinks that's it. That's not it.
Self-exclamatory.
Garnto's going to love that.
Explanatory.
Never mind. I was about to make a comment, but I'm not going
Was it at him?
No, it wasn't family friendly, I
No.
guarantee you.
to.
We don't have the beep edit version yet. We ain't figured that out. You got 3 or you
It's
gonna
just
move
about
on?
to plug.
Yeah, definitely don't have a beep for that. Sorry.
No, I mean, look at him.
There we are.
There we are.
There's really no words needed.
Makes mouthwash stink. Comes in with poop on his shoe.
But it's not my poop, so. It's Georgia.
I mean, there have been people.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Let me tell you something.
There have been people that have said that they have seen you poop on a pine tree at Green Acres.
That's not true.
All right.
He 100% made that up.
Did not make that up.
First time.
Like it was 100% made up. Somebody saw you, 100% somebody that you did it. That it's false.
This never happened ever. And he just right now made that up.
Did not.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Poop on your homeland over there. That's all right. And step in it. That's why you came in this morning. I didn't know what smelled worse, your shoe or your breath. So ooh.
You've had better.
I have. That's fair. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, so before we get ready to close the show here, we are doing we got
derailed right there a little bit.
As you know, it was a good derailment. It killed some time. So, as you know, Cam is leaving us. He's got a few more weeks left. He's taking a job over at Coffee County, a football coaching spot. So he's going to be gone. So with Cam leaving, what's that do, Hight?
It opens up a slot.
It opens up a slot. So we have an internship available. Now, you will make the same amount of money as we do. Same exact. We don't even cheat you. Like nothing.
We're going to split it equal.
Split it equal. We're all about equality here. We'll split it equal. So 0 divided by 4 always going to give you 0. So we want people to apply. Hight, you want to run down?
Yeah, so we're gonna have an internship here for Cam, replacing Cam. We're going to have you.
What's that entail? If you want to tell the
Well, you got to show up consistently at about 5:20 or 5:15. On a Tuesday morning. You're going to help set up for YouTube, and if we have on-site live shows like we did the Combine, different things, and there's a chance that you may get on film if someone has a tendency to not show up, then maybe you'll fill in for whoever that person might be. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to have you do is submit a video of yourself, short video of yourself explaining why you should be chosen. You can list athletic achievements. You can give us some one-liners, any jokes you got or whatever.
Any media or whatever, technology.
Yeah, technology background, that would be a plus for sure.
And that way, listen, we're going to show you love.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's going to get some love.
Get your nickname.
Yep. And so if you would submit that video application at biguglysports@gmail.com.
Can't wait. Make sure you submit them.
Let's see what we got.
Over under 5.
Under. So if we get one person application, hey, you're it. Shoe in.
Could be yours. So big shoes to fill from Cam, but hey, we need you. Big when this thing takes off, when we go to the moon, you're gonna want to be on this bus riding with us.
That's right, baby.
It's not happening.
Bring us home, Raj.
So make sure you continue to listen to us. Apple Podcast app and Spotify. 5-star review and a subscription.
And check us out on YouTube. Be sure to hit us up on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Big Ugly Sports.
Again, our title sponsor is Premier Properties of Dublin. Thank you guys for your sponsorship. Again, we've got shirts somewhere down the line in the making. Got Hight still steadily trying to bug the guy to get them done, so they're coming. I promise they're coming. We got videos dropping later this month and next month, so make sure, like Hight said, you're on YouTube. Subscribe if you have not, so you get the alerts. We appreciate all your guys' support. If you want to be a sponsor, just holler. You can get on there with us for whatever you're doing.
Get on that bus.
Get up on that bus. It's a movement.